Gotta get a hat. Good. Good D. Good D. Good D. Whoa, whoa. Yo, hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Boomer Sooner? Mad Magic, what's up? Carvel, what's up? Mason Moore, you get game, you get game, what's up? Bradley Gain, what's up? Devin Garcia. I know, well, we're in for a nice little finish here now. I've seen the Giants do some crazy things and win football games. And I've seen the Lions do stupid stuff and lose football games. And with this field goal now, it's going to be 17-10, so it's within one score. So I'm not feeling confident right now. What up, Drake? No, man, I can't let you watch. Actually, I need to turn it down. You probably can hear. I don't dislike the Lions. I kind of dislike the Lions. I kind of dislike the Lions. But the Giants, ain't no doubt. What up, Garrett? How you getting through the weekend, man? Today was a tough morning. It was a real tough morning. It was an unreal morning. What up, Cameron? Cowboys Nation, we're gonna come back from this, man. Whew. You know, we got punched in the face to where, you know, when a person gets knocked out, and not just get knocked out, you knocked out, and then when you come to, you have no idea what happened. That's how I feel right now. I feel like yesterday somebody hit me right in the face. And today it's still foggy, like, what happened? And how did that happen? We're gonna be all right, yeah, Master G, we're gonna be all right. Whew. It's a tough morning. I think I'm playing tonight. Nick, I think I'm playing a little bit, and it's another guy who uses that middle linebacker. I lost the other night late. I played the game late, and I shouldn't have played, but I played against another one of those user linebacker guy. It was the guy that I was 50-50 against, you know, and I played real dumb down the stretch and lost the football game, which pissed me off. Of course, I can lose to these guys because we're around the same skill level, but when you lose doing something stupid, it irks you for days. So it was irking me right up to the game when we lost versus Denver. So it was just compounded. So I need to play against tonight. And I'm playing against another 50-50 guy who it's a coin toss every time we play. And he's another middle linebacker user. So I'm going to have to win tonight, or it's just going to be the worst weekend ever. This is just nothing worse. I don't know who's going to cut for more, but I don't know, Nick. That's going to come with the weekly game time roster massaging that they do. I think we're going to win against the Cardinals, but again, the Cardinals have a nasty defense. If they start executing against us like Denver did, then we might have a problem. I didn't see Trevor Siemian doing what he did, and so it'd be a crazy thing for another obscure quarterback to rip us apart like that. We can't afford, I mean, that's our identity, man. I understand trying to do other things and we need to make sure that, you know, we can do this and we can attack in different ways. I understand all that, but we have not, this season, we have not shown signs of really being a running football team. And maybe we're saving Zeke up for later on or whatever, I don't know. And not using them up early. But whatever that strategy was, it backfired because with us starting slow and not getting control of the game early and letting the game get away from us early with that defense, it put us in a horrible position. So like I said, not an organizational loss. It's an organizational beatdown. Organizational lesson that happened. So I hope we all learn from it, all aspects. I know I learned not to be so cocky. Because that hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. Albert Torres asked, what about the Eagles and Eagles versus Chiefs? I'm just glad the Chiefs pulled it out, but the Chiefs do scare me because they're another team. Every team in the NFC, AFC West scares me, and I don't know what team. I don't know. None of us in the NFC, maybe us or maybe one other team may go 2-2 versus that division, but it's going to be hard. And the division wins are going to have to come against San Diego and maybe Denver, maybe. I don't know, man. The AFC West is going to be tough for our entire division. So even though we lost to Denver, the Giants are going to have a hell of a time with Denver, especially with their offensive line. The Giants are going to have a hell of a time with all four of those teams. With the pass rush, all four of them have. Even the Chargers with Bosa and Ingram. They're going to kill this. I mean, they're giving up all kind of sacks to the Giants tonight. So it's not going to bother us that much because I think the other guys in the division are going to catch L's from those guys as well. Go Riddick. Yeah, I was looking at the Xavier Woods play, and I kind of understood how he was getting what he did, and he thought he can establish himself back in the field of play and knock that ball out. But again, I think that's coaching still. When you have someone with such a high IQ of Xavier Woods, it seems to me if you tell him to do something, he'll do it again. And Byron Jones has a high IQ as well. These aren't dumb players. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, he slid, he hit Stafford. What a penalty, he hit Stafford. He hit Stafford. He slid. Stafford slid first, gave himself up. Wow. What's up, JD? I do. It's affected me. You gain, you get a gain. The Zeke issue. So I know it's affecting Zeke. I know it is. Do I think we should have moved by? You know what, Don, the wonder. I don't think Byron Jones is going to be moved back to corner simply because they didn't do it last game when we were completely short of corners. We had Xavier Woods playing the slot, playing the inside or whatever, and kept Byron Jones back. So something is keeping those guys away from playing Byron Jones at cornerback. King James, I agree. That's what I'm saying. The Cardinals are set up. They got a defense. You saw the way Honey Badger closed that. The defense won the game for them last week, and the Honey Badger closed that thing out. Defense is horrible. Anytime they perform well, it's because the other side of the other side screwed the food. Well, no, Bob, our defense needs our offense. So if our offense gets stopped, our defense doesn't have a chance. That's the flaw in our makeup right now. If our offense doesn't work, then our defense is done for. And that's what happened. That's what happened on Sunday. Our offense wasn't working, and we can't depend on our defense. We can't. It's not built for that. It's not going to do that for us. Our defense is built to support a high-powered offense. I do. I'm gonna start posting my stuff on Facebook probably next week. I'm being real slow and methodical about doing stuff because I got so much stuff out there. I got the Periscope, which I think I'm gonna start the Periscope stream next week, and then I'll incorporate the Facebook stream sometime soon and get all those things going. But it's man, I got a lot going on, and I'm trying to be super dad as well. It's tough being me. It's tough for being a Giant right now. The Lions, the defense for the Lions look good. The Lions don't look bad. They're just, again, one of those teams with what I believe is a bad formula. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, it was good. No, I think it's more to come. No, I don't think it was luck with Jordan Lewis. I think Jordan Lewis, and see, that's why I don't mind the rookies in there making mistakes, because Jordan Lewis was, you know, he was burnt on one of those touchdowns, and mainly because he slipped in his footing and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. But he came back, and that's what I like to see. That's what I love to see when a person gets burnt or makes a mistake or whatever, and then they come back and makes a real good play. And that was a real good interception, and could have turned the game for us at that time, but you know, we just couldn't get anything else. They should activate Marquez White. I think it's time to, Devin, but I think they might be using Benny. Would I consider Stafford overrated? No, I think Stafford is who he is. I mean, I don't dislike Stafford, and Stafford once Megatron left and Stafford could stand on his own. I think Stafford, I don't think he's overrated at all. I think he's a real good quarterback. And underrated? No, I don't see him as an Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl type, but I see him as like a Phillip Rivers. He's a younger Phillip Rivers. He seems like a quarterback that is that's a budding elite level that can rip you up if you let him. What are my thoughts on Nolan? Right now, Freedom Love, we need able bodies. So I can't really be picky about Nolan Carroll's play and all that kind of stuff, because even if we don't, if he can be moved out of that number one, that starting cornerback position, we're still going to need him at like CB4. You know, we're gonna need them somewhere in our secondary. So I mean, we're thin, man. We're thin in secondary. So I can't. When beggars can't be choosy. Sean Lee had a horrible game. I was so embarrassed for him. And there was one play, Haynes. I know you remember the one play when what's his name, their running back ran through. It was Sean Lee. It was Jalen Smith. It was Heath, and it was Nolan Carroll. All four of them got it on one play, and I was just like that. I mean, that's why I was so confused. Like, I didn't see anything like that coming. DeMarcus Lawrence still came out and played like a monster. He did, Adrian. At 714, no, Jason Witten dropped the touchdown. Jason Witten dropped that. I mean, Jason Witten and Dez both had, you know, game tilting mistakes. The drop by Witten and the interception when Dez let the ball go right through his hand. So Witten had a bad game too, man. It was just like Stafford going deep. Whoa. Yes, they did, Bob. They simply marched down our throat with a no-name quarterback. Yep. That's why, Bob. That's why I'm afraid of these teams like the Redskins, the Rams, the Vikings, the teams that are going to commit to their run game and they're going to commit to smart, efficient quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to, this Aaron Rodgers model, that teams be chasing, the Peyton Manning. Oh, I want a Peyton Manning quarterback. It's a pipe dream. It's very rare that you'll find a quarterback that you can actually ride to Super Bowls in the NFL. I mean, if the real Peyton Manning could only get one, I don't know what you expect from these other guys. I really don't, because Peyton Manning played the position better than anybody you can even imagine. And the real one just got one. The second one was that defense that just kicked our butts. The Redskins losing Craven's going to be huge. Yeah. Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence is in a contract year. Kenny Galloway is a monster, JD. He was on my players to watch this year. I'm catching up with y'all's comments. Then Mazza, what are my thoughts on Zeke giving up on that play? Oh, I didn't like it. I don't. Dez also gave up on that too, on the interception. If you go back and look at it, when Dak threw the ball and and Talib caught it in the end zone and took off running, it was a different burst when Talib took off and Dez just slowly went behind him and stopped, and he just went. Dez's burst was nowhere near the burst that Talib had. So there was no oomph in Dez to go back and get Talib at either. And I noticed that even before the media blew up the Ezekiel Elliott didn't do it as well. So it was like it was probably the whole team was deflated at that point, and oh crap! Oh, he dropped it. Brandon Marshall dropped the easy pass. Brandon Marshall dropped it. And Phillip Rivers like. Yeah, that's why Albert Torres, Albert Torres, the Twitter tore LT up for calling Zeke a quitter though. When you were accused of quitting, you would call somebody else a quitter? Yeah, they made Simeon look like Brady. He did. I'm not ready to go for Revis yet, Raptor. I'm not ready. I want my guys to get healthy. I want my young guys to get healthy. It's the NFL. Yeah, right. It's the NFL. You're gonna lose games. You know what? That was going through my mind. I said we're going to be, leaving 11-5 or 12-4. Hopefully 12-4. You're not going to win every game, but I wasn't expecting, and that's again our expectations. This is the NFL. You can't look at the schedule and say, "Woo, yes sir, yes sir." Game over, game over, game over, game over, game over. Run for the end zone. It's a wrap, Giants. It's a wrap. Brandon Marshall drops the pass, then they return the kick for a touchdown. The misery of the Giants fans is at least that makes a little bit of, salvages my weekend a little bit. But yeah, it was just how we got beat. That's the only thing. That's the only. I think that's the only reason the people are panicking, because, you know, we just got shut down. Our running game, just like it's just like we got we got out coached. It's like it was bad. So up block. So hopefully we can all learn from that thing and move on. Why is Garrett putting the blame on Dak? I think we need to. Bobby Johnson, I don't mind it completely, as long as Garrett is taking the blame as well and telling Dak what he was supposed to do and all that kind of stuff, because that was one of my pet peeves during the Romo era, is they never called out Romo when he did something wrong. I wanted them to call out Romo, and I want them to call out Dak when he does something wrong, and I want somebody to be behind Dak, which no one was ever behind Romo. I want someone to be behind Dak, pushing Dak as well. You know, I don't think we're going to be pushing for Cooper Rush just yet, but I do like that competition behind that starter quarterback, just in case, of course, if the quarterback goes down, and also to keep that quarterback on his P's and Q's as well. So I didn't mind it as long as it's justified, as long as Garrett's not trying to shift blame from himself and put it on Dak. I mean, really, you can't do that. As a coach, you can't shift blame to yourself and put it on the player, because it's up to you to make sure the player gets that information correctly and executes it correctly. It's on you ultimately, and everybody knows that. I wouldn't lose any sleep if we traded Dez. Me either. And I think, and I don't verbalize that because I love Dez so much right now. Dez has done everything right. Dez has been everything for us. I mean, there's no reason not to like Dez. And Dez loves the Cowboys. And Dez deserves to be a Cowboy for the rest of his life, the way, you know, we've taken care of him, and he's, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's a hard situation right there. But we know that, because they were talking about it today, and I might make a video about this specifically, because they were talking about today how, I mean, because I don't know, you know, what the NFL players know, and they know that Dez only runs a few routes very well, and when you're playing defense, you only play those certain routes when you're playing Dez, and you know two things. You know you're going to get those routes, and you're going to get physicality. So you play both of those things, and he doesn't play the wide receiver position the way Dak needs it. You know what I'm saying? He was a Romo type receiver. And my video is going to be, did Romo, and this is a good question, did Romo make Dez like Romo made Miles Austin, like Romo made Lawrence Robinson, and all the others? You know what I'm saying? Did he make Dez as well? And Dez is just the most fantastic receiver of the crew. But when it's time for Dez to stand on his own as a receiver, it's hard for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? You can imagine Dak, if Dak had a receiver like an Odell Beckham or Antonio Brown that could work the middle, and you can get the ball to him, and he can make things happen and all that kind of stuff. And with Dez, you don't see those type plays that you see with those with those receivers. So it's a tough thing, because Dez has done everything right. There's nothing not to like about Dez right now, other than what's happening on Sundays. It's like Zeke is overweight, Sydney. He does look a little overweight now. Zeke might have quit before that play, guy. I don't know. Who knows? But I said it earlier. I think it's possible that they had given up by then, because I think Dez gave up as well. Brandon Carr's not a bad corner, and I think that Brandon Carr was acquired for Rob Ryan's system. He was not acquired for Marinelli's system. So the player didn't fit. We just had, a big contract going to him or whatever and had to play him or whatnot. But he didn't fit what Marinelli was doing. Now, I think he possibly fits what's going on over there in Baltimore, because Brandon Carr is not a bad corner. He just needs to be put in a good position to play well. A lot of our corners, man, Snugs, it makes you think. A lot of our corners are still, you got Pac-Man Jones still out there playing at a high level. You got T-New out there still playing on good defenses too. Not on crappy defenses, on good defenses that they're out there playing. So now you got Carr out there. I don't know how Mo's playing, but if these corners are still in the NFL and still playing at a high level and we couldn't use them, maybe what we're doing. Man, I'm so far behind here, guys. Sterling Shepard caught there. I'm trying to catch up the comments. Y'all got a lot of them here. Sydney Eubanks asked, do I think Dak is trying to be a pocket passer? Yes. I do think we're trying to do too much in the passing game. I think we need to stop with the Dak comparisons to any other quarterback with Wentz, or Dak comparison, especially the comparison was to Romo, which are silly. Dak is a bus driver. He runs a system. Baby, he runs a system. He's like a coach on the field. He's not like a quarterback that's going to just rip you up and whatnot. So, baby, I'm on. That's why I'm just saying no. But yeah, we're doing too much with the passing game. Too much with the passing game. We need to go back to what we do. And I said this against when we played the first week. If we get beat with somebody stopping our running game, then I'm fine. But when and guys, we didn't run the ball, but really like 4 or 5 times in the game, because we got the ball. We ran the ball more at the end of the game because it was so embarrassing how many carries Zeke had going to the third quarter. I know somebody saw it, but going into the third quarter toward the end of the game, Zeke had extremely low number of carries, and he got a lot of carries during the cleanup time, and which we should have been just throwing the ball all, because we couldn't have won by running the ball, so we should have been throwing. But a lot of those runs came. This is what I'm trying to say. A lot of those runs came during trash time. Yes, I do think David Irving gives us a boost. Yes, they will never trade Dez. You know, I'm just going to remove myself from it, Nick. You know, if they do, great. If they don't, great. I just can't. You know, I see both sides clearly. Terrence Williams is still on the team. I understand how Cleveland Browns fan. No, you don't understand how Cleveland fan. What's up, Spark on them? Dez might be winding down, yeah. Hey, Spark on them. This might be the only. If you are going to get something from Dez, this might be the only time you can get something from Dez. If he puts out a 2018, is this 2018? Whatever this season is, if he puts out a subpar, like a 700 yards, 600 yard season, which it looks like it might be a 700 yard, 8 touchdown season or whatnot, it's going to look like he's declining, and he's not going to be worth very much. So if Foyer lives, if Dez to be a monster, if the OC uses him, offensive coordinator uses him right, if when you fail using Ezekiel Elliott right, I worry about you. Now, no time to panic, not yet. But I don't know 7-14. The thing about it, Cole Beasley is still getting it done after Romo. Jason Witten is still getting it done after Romo. You don't really see a difference in those two guys play. You know, whether whoever's quarterbacking, whether it's Romo or Dak. In Dez, you see a difference when you got Romo back there throwing the ball to Dez and when you got Dak back there throwing the ball to Dez. That's the difference I'm talking about. What's up, my Cowboys family? Yes, sir. We need to clap. I'm still getting my stuff together. I just reset up my stuff today. I'm still getting my stuff together. You know what I'm, Cowboys family. You know what I'm in for over there. You got a lot on your hands on that end as well. We got Cowboys families around here. Dez doesn't have that burst anymore. Yeah, I know. You just don't see it, Joe C. You just don't see it like when we're watching Odell Beckham go out there and do stuff, and you see Antonio Bryant. AB out there doing stuff. You just don't. You get scared like, whoa, those guys are fast, or whoa, you can't cover them. You don't get the, oh, you can't cover Dez. You can't cover that. You don't get that anymore. You get the, oh, Dez will fight you for the ball. Dez will take the ball at the high point. But when you're playing a person like Aqib Talib, who specializes in going after the ball and getting the ball at a high point, it's just it's a tough game. And Talib's gonna win some. Trade for Will Fuller, and that's what I was saying during when I saw that before we re-signed Terrence Williams, which I was extremely happy when we did because I didn't want our offense to go backwards in any way. But before that, I think it was before that is when the trade happened with what's his name from Brandon Cook going to the Patriots. And I was like, no. And my no was like not no that the Patriots are going to be unstoppable with him. I was like, no, that's like the perfect guy that could have been on our offense, somebody that would stretch the field. And I was thinking about that during our game when we were trying to come back against the Broncos. I was like, if Dak had a hot streak where he was just in the zone, where is he really going to throw the ball to where the receivers are going to do some nastiness at a game? You know what I'm saying? Cole Beasley will catch the ball, but he's not going to go that far after he catches it. Jason Witten is not going far at all. He's going to basically be where he catches the ball. Terrence Williams is not your catch and run or make moves and catch the ball and then make something happen after the catch. You got Dez, but Dez only does it in one way, with the strength, with the catching the ball and using that pure strength getting out. And that's really hard when you have like two guys, because Dez will have a couple of guys on him. When you got two guys on him, your safety on him, and you got two guys touching Dez every time he touches the ball, that strength is tough to break through. So who did we have that we could quick strike against? That's nobody. There's nobody on our bench. And we got Ryan Switzer that I hope can be that guy. But to be honest, I haven't seen that burst out of Switzer in real life NFL games. I've seen it in college highlights, but that's college highlights. I need to see it in real life fast NFL action to see if Ryan Switzer is the guy. Ryan Switzer doesn't have that 40 time. He doesn't have that long speed, but does he have the burst to make big things happen there at the end of the game when we need chunks of yards? We don't have a running back that we can dump the ball off to that's going to be able to get chunks other than Ezekiel Elliott. So, I mean, Will Fuller is a good option. No, we're not missing Carr and Moto. Damn, I'm behind. Jeez. I know, right? You miss Romo. Hey, Mr. ESPN, somebody said, somebody shut down that Romo talk so well. I forgot what it was on Twitter or something. Somebody said something about well, Romo could have blah, 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 blah. Like, and it's so factual. Romo would have died. Romo would have died with that type pressure on him. If you don't think Romo would have died in that game with Von Miller and those guys coming at him, you're crazy. And that's the reason why Romo is not our quarterback anymore. It has nothing to do with his skills. It has to do with him not having the ability to get away from monsters like Von Miller. And when they put their hands on him, they don't treat him nicely. And that was the reason. So I'm sorry. If Romo could be back in our pocket and we could put a protective bubble around him and nobody touches him and he could just throw the ball around, then hey. But that ain't reality. That's not reality. It's too late. We should have traded him out. It might be too late to trade Dez. You might be right, Isolove. It might be too late. Hey, how, Mr. ESPN, how do you equate trading Dez, saying he's to blame? I think even the people that says that want to trade Dez, I ain't saying Dez is to blame. I just want to know how you got Dez is to blame. Yeah. If I was coaching the Cowboys right now, how would you coach them? Sidney Eubanks, this is what I would do. I would play to my strength every damn game. I would not get cute. I would not pass the ball because you think I'm going to run the ball because I'm a running team. I'm going to run, and I'm going to run, and I'm going to run, and I'm going to run. If you stop me, oh, you beat me, and I'm going to go back here and I'm going to figure out how to make my run game even better. And I'm going to come at you again. I'm going to run because I'm built to do that. I'm not built to sit in the pocket. I'm not built to throw the ball around and do all these other little cute things that we've been doing. I am built, and I have built this team has been built to run the football. And if that was me, that's all. My focus would be running the football. And that running the football would dictate everything else in the game. Whether I had to go to the pass, if they stop and I have to go to the pass, then I'll go to my pass and all that kind of stuff. But we're being cute. We're trying to use our weapons. We're trying to develop the chemistry with Dak and Dez. We're trying to do all other stuff other than win the football game. And that's what I always said. And I said it from when Seattle lost that Super Bowl. When you take your focus away from winning, when you take your focus away from doing what it takes to win into, I want to make Dak a better quarterback. I want to do this. I want to establish. When you take it from doing what it takes to win, then you put yourself in trouble. The Seattle, the reason I say Seattle, that's what they did with that on that touchdown against the Patriots. Running the ball is the smartest thing. You want to win, let's play no nonsense and punch the ball in. But you got cute. Oh my God, the Patriots think we're gonna run, so let's pass. Got cute, did something outside of the norm, something they don't do very well. Russell Wilson doesn't throw touchdown passes well, and you force him to do it in a high-pressure situation, and you lost. That's kind of what we did in that game. We got away from what we do well and got punched in the face. Had to clear my throat. But I wouldn't want Sherman anyway. Woo. What's up, Foundation? What's up, T.O.? I remembered to call you T.O. No, you're right, my Cowboys fan. The Cowboys coaches didn't adjust once again. They didn't. They were lost. I mean, I don't even know what the Cowboys coaches were doing. That's why I'm so confused, because at least we can say, oh, they didn't adjust. I don't even know. I don't know what they had in mind. Who was the biggest threat to the Cowboys? I gotta say the Eagles. G-Money said Dez didn't do anything with Romo. Dez is good. He can't get open. Dez can't get open. Again, that's what I'm saying. But you can see that. You can see it when you get scared of other teams. What happened to my game? My TV just turned to Bravo in the middle of me talking to you. The heck? I was like, what happened to the game? Oh. Yeah, it feels like Dak is forcing it to Dez. Yep. Still Mr. ESPN. So does Antonio Bryant. So does Julio. I mean, come on, man. You do not see the same thing when Julio, Beckham, and Antonio Brown are playing. You don't see the same threat from Dez. And I don't know if it's us not using him right or it's Dez. I don't know. But you don't see it. What's up, Duramax? Is Soft Taco still on? Yeah, I think he went back to keto. The Cowboys coaches need, my Cowboys family, coaches need to condition and prepare better in general. But at least we're not, I was going to say something that was going to jinx us, and I kept my mouth shut. What's up, Afro Samurai? I ain't seen you in a while. Jeez, I'm behind. Yeah, I don't know who's the odd man out this week. I'm going to go fast because I'm going to catch up with this chat. Rico Gathers still out, 714 Romo. Yeah, me too, the foundation. Even Sean Lee was missing tackles. It was ugly. It was like nothing was working. That's why you gotta think, you know, when your best players are not in position to make plays, or they're not making plays, or something happens. Something's wrong deep inside of your program or what's going on. Because nothing was happening for us. Yeah, I'm doing a brewski tonight. I have, no, I don't have a lady goat, Leroy, guys. I don't have a lady ghost. I have a lady upstairs that controls the direct TV. You know, when my direct TV thinks I'm gay because it'll record all the housewives stuff or whatever they used to do that or whatever. That's how my direct TV is. He records all that crazy stuff that wifey watches. Oh, Slay is putting it in on Marshall. Maybe a running back gets cut, maybe. I mean, Morris outperformed too. What's going on with McFadden? Good, I'm caught up. Marshall's lost. Good, I'm caught up with you guys. Woo. Eli is trying, guys. Eli is trying. Let me get one more here. I am scared versus Arizona, and that's good. I'm glad that I'm scared. Let's just blame, what's up, Sarah Green? Let's just blame the loss on the Storm. Oh, Eli throwing it. Uh-oh. 4th and 10. Detroit secondary. Cop is on suicide watch. Yeah. The fact that this is happening, I wish the Eagles could have lost week 1, but if the Eagles had lost week 1, we would have to deal with the Redskins being 2-0 right now. So I guess this is the best case scenario with us getting our ass handed to us yesterday. No first down game. No touchdown for them. Shout out to my Cowboys family. Give them a subscribe, everybody. I don't know who works harder, him or Mark Holmes. I'm serious. I'm telling you, I don't know who works harder. Shango, how can they fix the defense and secondary, Sidney Eubanks? Fix the offense. Make sure we don't have another offense performance like that, because like I said earlier in this stream, if our offense fails, our defense has no chance whatsoever. Our defense, what do you call it? Success depends upon our offense and how well they play. All Saints players should be deleted. Well, 0-2, Ezekiel Elliott. 0-2 means you're not going to make the playoffs. So, we'll see. Anthony Elliott, yes. I have an LLC, but wifey and we do our own stuff a lot. You know, web design, a lot of stuff with her, with entertainment and stuff. We're basically hustlers out here in LA. We just hustle for, like, she's trying to produce things and things of that sort. So yes, in a way, yeah. Like productions companies and stuff like that, in a way, yeah. But basically, we're just hustlers. Yeah, I know, right? The Giants. Okay, Giants. I'm done laughing. Good idea, Raptors. Okay, Giants. I'm done laughing at you. Get your shit together and beat the Eagles next week, please. The Saints are 0-2 and AP is getting a free check. I'm just glad the Saints were smart enough to keep AP away from teams that could hurt us with them. Like, I would hate to see AP with these Giants and let them be a run-first football team and take pressure off of Eli. I would hate to see that. I would hate to see Adrian Peterson in Seattle, where he would get the love. See, he can still play like a couple seasons, but he can't. Adrian Peterson is not the running back that can get like 10, 12 carries in a game and be any kind of a threat in the game. He's not a small touch guy. He's a major touch guy. If you give him 20 to 25 touches, when you get to like 18, 19, people don't want to touch Adrian Peterson anymore. That's his plus. And then he still has the fight and he beats them. But when you just give him the ball a few times, then he just delivers a few body blows and goes out. He turns into like Eddie George. That's all Adrian Peterson is now, Eddie George. You remember what he was for us. But thank you, Saints. I like that X factor. 18-1. We've learned our lesson, and there goes Abdullah. He twisted his ankle. He's all right. You all right? Oh, Grant Williams. I was about to say, where is Ultimate Saints fan when people in here going off on the Saints? I was like, where is Ultimate Saints fan? Yeah. Hey, tell him Justin Timberlake. It's one game. It's one game. Calm down. Look, we could be the Giants. 0-2 is a death sentence in the NFL. We could be the Giants. It's messing with my head, Sidney Eubanks. I know it's messing with Zeke's head. And like I said, with this whole Zeke thing, the people that are being screwed over with this Zeke crap is us, the Cowboys organization and fan base. There was no red flags when we drafted him. There was no red flags that Zeke might be a domestic abuser or whatever. So we didn't know anything when we drafted him. There was nothing in his history to indicate that. So that's not there. So we don't have anything on that. So either Zeke has screwed us over with his stupid behavior, or the girl has screwed over with her behavior, or the NFL has screwed us over. One of those three is a fact. The Dallas Cowboys organization, the fans, has nothing to do with this, but we're taking it from either Ezekiel Elliott, the girl, or the NFL. And again, that is fact that one of those three parties is screwing us over. I don't know who the Redskins play next week. The Cowboys defense looked like our defense yesterday. They did. But that's true though. And Shane Howell, the Brady got, I think they said it on one of those sports shows today, that the Chiefs beat the Patriots last year like this one game. They just came out and just totally destroyed them, and the Patriots came back. So you can't really, I mean, and then to be honest, yesterday was one of those games that spiraled out of control, and it went into a game like, for no matter who we had running our football team, a quarterback in our football team, coaching our football team, No matter who we had back there, we could instantly turn to Bill Belichick and Brady and New England system and got our shit together, all together. Once the Broncos got up on us and we had to come back on them and we were forced to play like the Broncos wanted us to play, that was a recipe for disaster. And I think I said it in the stream. I said, well, now it's coming to interceptions because now we're going to have to force the ball in the tight spots. We're going to have to force the ball downfield. We're going to have to go in the back and actually try to find open players before Von Miller kills you. You play right into the scheme of the Denver Broncos. And yesterday, events spiraled us into that spot. You know, the penalties, the field goal where DeMarcus Lawrence, they call that BS on DeMarcus Lawrence, all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff, the bad play, the penalties, the slow start on offense, all of that compounded and put us in a situation versus a team that we couldn't come back against. And not only us, I don't think there's any team in the league that could come back against that football team when that football team has them in that position. And I include Brady because they're the team that actually killed Brady, you know, with that pass rush, and then they went and killed Cam with it in the Super Bowl. I got Hefeweizen, Casey. All right, catch him up. Yeah, I mean, Nick, it's hard to see. You see the different style of play, but it's hard to see the. Rob Ryan was a scapegoat when he was fired. He was. I wasn't a fan of Rob Ryan, and I refused to take up for Rob Ryan. Blah blah blah. But he was a scapegoat when he got fired. So and it's hard to say our defense is so much better than it was with Rob Ryan. I did my best to try to like Marinelli, guys. D-Law, that's not the question you should ask Ezekiel Elliott 21. Not how many sacks D-Law is going to get this year. How many millions is D-Law going to get next season? For you to put up sacks, in a contract year, it's straight cash, homie. It's straight cash. And for him to have this many sacks at the beginning of this season, I mean, he's set to make a lot of money. If the Cowboys want to sign that dude, they better go to his house tomorrow and say, "Look, D-Law, we're gonna give you some money." But then you don't know if he'll quit. Then like, I'm paid. I don't have to do anything else. You know, it's just a weird. It's a weird thing dealing with these players in their contract years. It's weird. You don't know if it's real or not. What do I think our record will be this year? I'm still sticking with 12-4 Comedy Studios TV1. Still sticking with 12-4. I think we learned from this. And again, like I was just saying in that long monologue, I think we spiraled into that bad game. And boy, was it bad. Yeah, I'm worried about our secondary, but I'm more worried about our offense right now because, like I said, Alexander Rollins, if our offense don't work, then our defense don't have a chance. We would not be able to depend on. Yeah, Broncos defense is really good. And it's not only, it's good, Sidney Eubanks. The Broncos defense is really good, but it's really great at pass defense. It's a good defense, but it's great at pass defense. So when you are in a situation where you have to pass against the Broncos, you have possibly the best pass rusher in the game coming at you. So you only got a few seconds, 3-4 seconds to get rid of the ball. You got that, and then you have 3 number 1 corners, you know, that you're passing on. So you have that whole thing to deal with when you're dealing with the Denver Broncos, and that's what happened to us. We spiraled into that position where we had to go back in the pocket with Von Miller coming at us. We had to find one of our receivers that got open on one of those guys, and all you can end up doing is just throwing it at Dez and hope Dez takes the ball away from Talib. And you know, they were trying, and Talib finally got one, and they quit. Sorry. Again, Jesus Rivera, I hope our offense takes it to Arizona. I'm rooting for Jordan Lewis as well. Yeah. No, but Marquise, that's why I said that's why I liked Jordan Lewis when he made that mistake, when he slipped up. And I don't know if that's a mistake. That's kind of, you know, well, maybe it is a mistake. I'm learning how to get your foot and whatnot. But him making that mistake, he made up for it later, and I love to see that out of a young guy. Yeah, man, I don't. Like I said earlier in this stream, Ezekiel Elliott, when they had a chance to put Byron Jones at corner, when we ran out of corners in this game, when Byron Jones didn't go in corner, they rather used Xavier Woods in that slot position rather than using Jordan Lewis in that slot position and putting Byron Jones on the outside. Then I think that was the decision that Byron Jones, we would not be seeing Byron Jones at corner, which is, yeah. I don't understand. Whatever. Jesus Rivera, honestly, that's why I worry about teams like the Redskins, the Rams, and teams like that on our schedule, the Vikings, teams that's going to commit to the run, and try to play solid defense on us, because that's a plan. That's a plan. So the Giants took an L. Good stuff. We're not in the bottom of the NFC East. We're still at the top of the NFC East. We're not in the bottom. The Giants, they're close to being done for the season. Said Garrett is not the guy. You know what? Hey, I can't back Garrett up, because Garrett is a guy who I've jumped on the Garrett bandwagon. I've jumped on this process because he's done some great things. But after performances like that, you have to come back strong, Garrett, and with Marinelli as well. I mean, everybody. I mean, that's what I said when I said after the game. I can't pick out Zeke. Zeke got to do better, or our defense sucks, or Dak got to do better, or Dez can't get open. I can't pick out anything, because everybody messed up. And everybody needs to get better. So that's for coaching as well. That's Garrett as well. So he has to get better. I'm sorry, I can't back right now. I can't back anybody. Oh, and 2. Oh yeah, we've been saying that forever. Dez seems like he belongs in the slot, but we can't put Cole Beasley anywhere else but the slot. You know, now they were trying to use Ryan Switzer outside, and maybe that can happen, and then you can bring Dez. We can bring Dez inside. Baby, I'm still online. We can bring Dez inside and have Ryan Switzer and T. William outside, and only on 4 wide out sets. But right now, Dez has to stay outside because there's nobody other than T. Will that we can put outside to bookend him. Man, that Hurricane's a Category 5 already. Jeez. Breeze is getting paid to suffer in New Orleans? Yeah. I want to see Jordan Lewis start on the outside. I want to see Jordan Lewis out number 1, Marquise. But the thing about Jordan Lewis is he'll be able to play on the outside and the inside. So he'll be, hopefully, you can't say anything for certain anymore. But hopefully he'll be able to play that like Odell Beckham. He'll be able to go outside with Odell Beckham, and when they move Beckham inside to the slot, he'll be able to follow Beckham inside to the slot, and there will be no like movement and all that kind of stuff. So maybe, hopefully, that can happen. Would I trade Dez for Brandon Cooks? All right, look. Cooks is young. I would want Cooks on the team. I don't know how I get him, but I would want Cooks on the team. And just Cooks is young, a lot younger than Dez and a lot faster than Dez. And I don't know. Yeah, Drummond, Butler can be outside. Butler's the Dez replacement outside. So yes, but Butler isn't that good. I just see Switzer taking that wide receiver 4 position rather than Butler. I mean, Butler's good. He's spotty. He's not consistent enough for me. And if Ryan Switzer shows, some consistency when he starts playing wide receiver, catching the ball and doing things every time he catches the ball, you would want Ryan Switzer out there more. No, I'm not ready to fire. I'm not ready to fire Garrett yet. Yeah, I hear Cheeto's doing better and Nolan's in concussion protocol. I don't know how long you're in concussion protocol. Rico's concussion protocol lasts for like, 3 months now? It's still going? Yes, this is my man cave, aka my garage. My garage door is right there. It's a big garage door. T. Will is very fast, but he's not burner. T. Will's not a burner. What up, Ninja Nuts? You mean Brian Brown? What about Brian Brown? I love Brian Brown. Cooks can't run routes or beat man coverage. He didn't look good in that first game. It looked like they were trying to force the ball to him. Again, but see, that's what I'm saying. Brady didn't look good, trying to force the ball in places, whatever. Aaron Rodgers didn't look good, trying to force the ball. So, football is hard. These quarterbacks that you think that are elite in their mind, they still have trouble with these defenses some weeks. I mean, sometimes the NFL is just as hard. And we ran into a buzzsaw. I'm ready to see Jordan Lewis more. I'm really happy with what I've seen from Jordan Lewis. I didn't take too much away from that slip. What up, KJ Mack? Where's my... Thank you. I expect. I mean, you're not the rookies. Yes, Sydney Eubank. She's a Minnesota Vikings fan, and that's why I have invested interest in the Vikings not being good. Cowboys should sign RG3. I'm afraid Dak is not the answer. Grant Williams has to be a troll. He has to be a troll. It's got this obvious. Yeah, you got to expect the rookies to struggle. But again, I would rather take. It's easier to take a rookie struggling than Nolan Carroll struggling, because you're taking the Nolan Carroll struggling and it's going to get you nowhere. The rookie struggling might develop into a good player. You know what I'm saying? Nolan Carroll struggling is a player that's just struggling until he's out of Dallas. I don't like that. If I'm going to take the struggling, I want the struggle to take me somewhere. I want the rites of passage to get to a good corner. Not just doing it just to be doing it. If we can't run the ball, Steve Scroggins, we can't win. Hold on, I'm gonna take this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. She's very persistent in getting through to me, and she's calling over. I am online.
Oh.
What do you need?
Oh, I just wanted a chocolate ice cream.
You want me to bring you? She wants me to bring her chocolate ice cream. This is, you know, I'm glad this happened in front of everybody, because you saw the persistence. She kept calling me over and over and over and over again.
My sister, I didn't know you were online, so
And all she wanted,
yesterday, because Cowboys played yesterday. What are you doing online?
all she wanted was me to bring her some ice cream.
A chocolate
Some chocolate. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna make it. Well, that took forever. Jeez. Sorry. We need the Eagles to lose, yes. Tapper was in that last game. Gathers out for 6 more weeks. Crazy. Exactly. Anastasia, I was more disappointed in the offense than the defense by far. Would I rather have an amazing pass rusher or an amazing corner? An amazing pass rusher. An amazing pass rusher. Because Alexander Rollins, because then you don't need your Pat Pete type corners. Chris Harris, trust me, Chris Harris and Aqib, they would get exposed if Denver had a lesser pass rush. If Vaughn couldn't get to the cornerback, their speed would be, both of those guys, their speed would be exposed by receivers getting open. The fact that they can cover like they can cover, you know, in 5 to 6 seconds, and Vaughn can get to the quarterback in that time, makes them great corners. Great corners. So the pass rush allows you to use corners differently than, you know, if you didn't have a pass rush. So yeah, all day, pass rush all day. Yeah, Zeke's head is out. Thanks, Sidney Eubanks. I need to paint my man. I just painted the man cave. These colors, these are the colors, not red and white and flying Elvises. But Retro Sport, I was gonna get some, and I still think that's why there's nothing on these walls, because I think I'm gonna have somebody come in here and paint some things on these walls, some graffiti, some cool stuff rather than just throwing stuff up there. So there, like that canvas right there, that one right there. That's a nice canvas to where I'm gonna put something there. Ice cream bread. Giants have already lost 24-10. All right, we're caught up. What part of South Carolina, David Williams? Yeah, the triplets. See those are different. I got different eras of my Cowboy fandom since I'm so old. When I was a little bitty boy, that's the Too Tall Jones that I can barely remember. But remember when he quit and played boxing and when started boxing and all that kind of stuff. But that was Roger Staubach and all those guys. I was just a little, you know what, the little kids with the Romo jerseys on, the little 4-year-old, 5-year-old kids with the Romo. That was me during that era of Roger Staubach, Captain America, all that kind of stuff. So I got that era, you know, and that era came, and that's the era with Hollywood Henderson. I used to wear I used to play middle linebacker in Little League. And I wore Hollywood Henderson's number because I used to love Hollywood Henderson, and he liked one of my tweets, so that was good. So that's that era. And then when I was in college, when I first got to college, I was a freshman and sophomore during the Super Bowl years. And me and my frat and all my college boys or whatever, we had the most legendary Super Bowl parties that we still comment on to this day. To this day. It was the greatest Super Bowl parties, and it was for those Buffalo Bills Super Bowls, both of them. The second one, I was really messed up. I had drunk a lot that day when the game was, ooh boy. Never drink too much when your team is playing in the Super Bowl. I learned that year. So I got the triplets, you know, they were a part of my college life. You know, they were a little bit older than me, but still, you know. And then we got these new boys or whatnot. Urban has an inconsistent motor. Are you from Lawrence, David? You know I'm from Gaffney, right? That's why I do football. That's why I do football. See, they don't know. These people in this chat, they don't know about Gaffney. You see, I had to say it like I'm country. They don't know about Gaffney. I love being from South Carolina. What up, Mosh? Everyone looks like fools on defense. You're home, Pimpson. Yeah, I was about to say goodbye to game changer. Make sure you hit the. Do you hit the bell? I gotta make sure I put that in my videos. I gotta get myself together. I gotta put that in my videos where people click the bell so you'll be notified. Hey, they might not be done, but 0-2 is pretty much a death sentence in the NFL. Giants. I think we're getting, hey, game changer. I think tonight got everybody back on track. I think tonight straightened everybody out because just think the Giants have lost 2 games and they hadn't played the AFC West yet. Philadelphia, you kind of worry because Philadelphia's in the same exact boat that we're in. They've beaten one division foe and they've lost to one AFC West guy. So that the other we could clearly lose to the Chiefs, and they could clearly lose to Denver. So it's like us in Philadelphia are in the same spot. Washington is behind us a little bit because they got a division loss and they only beat St. Louis. So that's not a game that they're gonna get up on us. Hey, what, Rush? We got our ass whooped, man. That's all I can say. I don't know what happened. I really don't. And I explained to these guys in here that was a perfect game where things just spiraled into the hands of a very good defense, and it forced us to play the way Denver wanted us to play, and to force us to play against their strength of their pass defense. And when you get in a situation, and again, I said this earlier, I don't care who your quarterback is. You can have Tom Brady, you can have Aaron Rodgers, you can have Bill Belichick as coach. I don't care who you got. When you have to come back from double digits on the Denver Broncos through the pass, it's going to be hell, and you're probably not going to be able to do it. That's just the way they're built. Yeah, that's what makes me. That's why you won't get me. That's why you won't see me talking junk about Taco at all this year, because I kind of see that. I don't see Taco as coming in and being, you know, that guy right now, but I do see him in 2-3 years doing what DeMarcus Lawrence is doing right now, just taking over football games. And we've seen David Irvin do that, and I'm cool with waiting to these guys develop until, you know, into that. Even though David Irvin has an inconsistent motor, we've seen him take over the games. What's up, Chris? I know. Why is everybody showing up right now? A whole bunch of people just came in right now. Game Changer, Chris. Who else just came in? Russian Butt Monster. Get your stuff together, YouTube. We figured that out about Mosh. We figured Grant Williams out. We figured Grant Williams out a minute ago. I need to stay. I'd just be saying everything I said before. What's up, Alessa? See? People are just coming in right now when I'm about to leave. Hello, Mrs. Jones. Here's going to be our draft next year. Pass rusher in the first round. I don't think we can go pass rusher again. I think I was okay with our rush before this draft with Benson and DeMarcus Lawrence and David Irvin. I didn't know about David Irvin's problem at that point, but with those guys, and whenever Randy Gregory comes back, please let Randy Gregory come back. But I was okay with our pass rush. Now it's time for us to work on that back end. Oh yeah, I got her high screen. You was trolling Kyle. I'm gonna leave Kyle Puzzle alone tonight. 0-2 is tough. Hey, look, the way I was hurting last night, the way I was hurting after that loss last night and this morning, I don't have it in me to go and troll anybody. Yeah, I'm glad we played the Chiefs at home. We need a safety, Jose Jimenez. Game changer, and I've never loved Dez as much as I love him on the football team right now. Because as I said this early, Dez has been absolutely perfection. He's done everything we wanted him to do and everything, and I won't. It's kind of like what people were wanting for Romo, wanting Romo to get that championship. I kind of want Dez because Dez has been through a lot, and he's been through a lot with us and with our team. And I personally have been through a lot with Dez, with not believing in him for a while, not thinking that he was this and that, to tell him that he was going to find his ass in Cleveland if he was going. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've got it. It's all on tape. It's all on tape. And right now, I've got to the point where it's just like he can do no wrong with me at this point. And for us not to utilize him correctly, or for us to trade him, it would be tough. It would be real tough. We kind of wish we took Jabril Peppers. How's Peppers doing? Uh-oh, my guy's here. Uh-oh, I'm going into my game. We might be playing in a minute. Hold on. Let's see if he's gonna play tonight or tomorrow night. Where's my remote control at? You do it manually. Is that it? Nope. One more time. Cut off this air conditioning because it's cold. There we go. No? Come on now, where's my feed?
Its cameras, radar, and sensors can prevent just about any surprise. Well, almost. Lease the GLP 350 for $609
There we go.
Any sense of the schedule, do you, Brad? Brad.
There we go. Everybody gonna suck if they pass the ball 50 times. No, it wasn't. It's like if you put a quarterback in a situation where they have to throw a lot, then you're gonna get some bad throws. You're gonna get some sacks. You can get some turnovers. You put the offense in a bad situation. And for us to only have 2 turnovers was good with the pressure that we were getting. Shoot. And the turnovers were not that bad. The one interception that Dak threw went straight through Dez's hands, and that should have never happened. And the last one was basically a 50-50 ball, and that's what you end up having to throw to Dez in those situations when you have to throw the football, when everybody else is covered and the guys and the pass rush is coming at you at a high rate. The only thing you can do is throw the ball in there to Dez as a 50-50 ball, and it didn't. And again, with a corner like Aqib Talib, when you throw a 50-50 ball to Dez with Aqib Talib on you, it's literally a 50-50 ball. It's not like, oh, Dez can. No. It's literally a 50-50 ball. Exactly. I have so much respect for Dez, and I see the good guy, Chris, with Dez. I see the good person that like Romo and Witten and all those guys were saying, and Jason Garrett was saying back in those days when we were giving, I was giving Dez a hard time myself personally, and a lot of people were giving Dez a hard time. Yeah, I think that's what he is now, Ninja Nuts. Dez is turning into an Anquan Bolden. I'm sorry I made that analogy, but damn. He's turned into that strong, thuggy receiver that can fight you for the ball, but you don't have to worry about him going that way on you. Wow. Did I just call him Anquan Bolden? OBJ would have blown up if he was in Dallas. OBJ is the perfect. If we can find, that's why I kind of wanted D.D. Westbrook. D.D. Westbrook might be that next guy, but I wanted an AB type, an Antonio Brown type for Dak, because if you can give Dak Prescott a receiver that he can dink and Dak with, and then also can run the routes with, and also can go deep, that's OBJ. You can go short, you can dink and Dak with him, you can go deep with him, you can run regular routes with him. You can do everything with OBJ. You can just throw it to him and let him do work.
Keeps the plays alive, moves the chains, nice play, 2 plays later. 3rd and 12, so they're behind schedule, but just throw it up to Marvin Jones Jr. A shot Marvin in the face. Marvin goes up on the underthrow.
That's why I don't worry about too small anymore after AB. Ninja Nuts. And actually with wide receiver and what's his name? Steve Smith too. Yeah, they say Ronald Leary gave Denver the playbook. I'd be so mad if he did that. What up, Smell Fresh Cash? I'll be so mad if Leary did that, because not only did they win, if Leary did that, because he's not the first person that said Leary gave Denver all the information. If Leary did that and Denver beat us like that and set a playbook to beat us, I'd be so mad. Leary ratted us out. What an ass.
Poor decision to pick it up, and many times this happens. The guys get out of lanes or whatever the case may be. He's gone. And for all intents and purposes, that put this thing to bed. 24-10. Coach back in there with a new look. Same result as game one. Eli on the offense. Well, we have to move more.
Yeah.
You know, just not going in the right direction enough.
D-Law might make the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl, yeah.
You know, got down there, close and the 1 yard line and get a penalty.
Everybody trolling Brandon Marshall out there, drop pass on Twitter. It was a bad drop. It was a bad drop.
Jones improved on it. Play better, and so I gotta find ways to play better and get more completion.
Yeah, that's what Homer Pimpson. Yeah, his play. He's like Homer Pimpson. The Homer Pimpson. Marion Barber. He's like a wide receiver version of Marion Barber. That's what happened to Marion Barber. His play style didn't allow him to play long in that, because he couldn't do that long. But yeah, that was a good analogy. I'm coming up with some sick analogy.
As he is throughout the NFL season on Sunday and Monday nights, and as we were talking a little bit earlier, this is a 2-0 story for Detroit, which is interesting. You believe the Giants story at 0-2 is more interesting, and I'll get to that. First, we've got Atlanta coming in. We'll find out more about Detroit next week.
Yeah, Carlos Henderson with Denver. Yeah. Brandon Marshall he doesn't look like he fits David Williams there, or they hadn't figured out how to use him.
It all starts with him. They have made some investments in the offensive line. You saw that they are a team that when they commit to it,
All right, I'm going to move this over. I see my guys in the chat. So it looked like we have advanced. Two players are ready to negotiate here. Let's see who it is. Michael Humambawagi. I am not re-signing you because you are 29 years old. You're old. You're not very good anyway, so no. Who else? Carlos Watkins? What you want, Carlos? Just because you're Clemson is the reason why I'm giving you money. There you go. What? No. I'm not signing you, Carlos. No. I like the contract length, but the rest of the offer need work. Hey, how about you need work, Carlos? You need work. Forget it. You did not get another contract. I don't know, man. No. You better be. You better hope I don't cut you right now. Blitz counter. Defense. Let's run. Uh-oh. Get rid of Tyron Crawford.
And then then they punt and it turns around the other way. But if you catch this ball right here, I mean, they're not making the momentum plays when they have a chance to. Yeah, and I think one of the things that you will see is if you look at that sideline quickly, as soon as that happens.
Yeah, Crawford's not even there.
Sports psychology is very important at the NFL.
Yeah, I'm a Clemson fan, David Williams.
Something like that happens when you're sitting there and you're fighting, you're right on the edge, and you feel like
It's a family thing. It's a family thing. Let me put no. I gotta.
Well, in that case, special teams playing is 24-10. They're just not going to be out of that hole. There was more to come in a bit. Say it in a few moments. All right, an interesting trend continues in the NBA. The offseason continued to captivate people's attention, and it's ongoing.
That's and Ben McClain. The only thing that got me through this weekend is how Clemson played. That was the only thing that made me smile.
Anonymous Twitter and Instagram accounts he uses to engage with fans came up after posts from his account surfaced. In those, Durant, or someone with access to his accounts, say whatever you want. Yes. Speaking of saying whatever you
Oh man, they messed up my
departure from Cleveland is taken.
my
Is taken by LeBron James. He was a guest on First Take on Monday.
I don't think that you owe anything to another person in terms of figuring out what you want to do with your life. It's not anything personal.
Noah Smith over here. Yeah, there he is. Well, I'll let you stay right there. Vaughn goes out to.
Organization because I have nothing to love.
He goes right there. And my cornerback. Oh man, something's in my eye.
There's nothing about that. It comes a time when you mature as an individual. It's time to make that decision. And there is no looking back from that standpoint. There is no time to figure out how to save someone's feelings. Ultimately, you have to be selfish in that and figure out what you want to do.
Crap. Sorry guys, hold on.
Me not wanting to win wasn't anything about that. It was like I want to be extremely, extremely happy in perfecting my craft, and that was the only intent that I had in all this.
Here's the biggest mistake.
Yeah, Clemson. Not only that, Ben McClain. Clemson. A friend of mine follows Clemson like I follow the Cowboys, and you know he knows all the recruits and all that kind of stuff. And he says that the amount of talent that's coming in is absolutely ridiculous. And you saw that one running back. I don't know if you saw him, but the one running back we got from LSU, because LSU was gonna get him. We got him from Louisiana, but he has power and strength and speed that I haven't seen in Clemson in a long time. He looks like he's that next Clemson stud. I forgot his name. It's hard to pronounce.
Who cares? You know why you say that? Because you weren't accosted daily by anonymous haters. Because you don't have any. And to think that you would just ignore them is a naive position to take. Because you would.
All right, dang. Adoree Jackson, Fab, Tees, Kazee. Here we go. We rolling. Peppers, Kazee, Wallens. That's how it works. Okay. Simeon look like more than a Pro Bowler. He looked like a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Apologies to Trevor Simeon. People freaked out on Sunday, right? They worried that bad beats weren't coming. Thanks for watching, though. Oh, we appreciate it. We're here. Yeah, it's Monday. Bad beats still right here. And we got some special offerings for you.
How many playbook stitches out there? I bet.
Everybody was talking about because let's go. They're on the swamp. What a game. And it was a great game. It was a great finish. If you're a Gator fan, it's lousy if you're a Vols fan. But this is one of those rare bad beats, Steve, where maybe you had Tennessee plus 5.5, but maybe you had the Gators.
Yeah, that's true, but Monster, that's very true.
Love this play call up. What's the safety do?
And they don't have to give you playbook. They can just give you inside information to that position coach. Well, you know, Philadelphia does A, B, and C.
Zeros on the clock. You're smarter than people think. No, because I've had some situations with winners where
Kelly B. Yeah, I know. I see Kelly Bryant, man.
okay. So tracking those things. 5 and 4 week. What's up, y'all? We did it. We didn't have a
He's from the upper state, huh? I forgot what high school he's from. Wren? Was it Wren?
Here's some that you perhaps weren't keeping tabs of, but we were. I see at UConn, Virginia, total 51, we're 52, 12 left. Coach Jensen said,
Lawrence.
keep the guys in it, let's keep going. They're just showing cutaways. They didn't do much offensively in the game, the Huskies. Well, guess what they did with 2 minutes left?
What up, Scooby? Think I'm getting ready to play a league game that I can't lose.
That's Kevin Metza. First TD. Yeah, first touchdown and the game goes over the top. People were happy about that one. You were on the under, you weren't. All right, Iowa City. Hawkeyes land 20, taking on the mean green of North Texas. Now, North Texas was game in this. They had the lead. Frankly,
It did. It seemed like they were ahead of us, a step ahead of us the entire game.
here come the Hawkeyes. Here come the Hawkeyes. Yeah. North Texas is out of timeouts. But Iowa's still running. Credits are rolling, Scott. It's like the biggest kiss of death ever. Credits rolling. Torrey Youngstown inside the 2. First and goal, minute left. Sent Latrell's wondering what are we going to do. My guys have fought hard. Iowa going to just throw one in late on us.
Oh, there he is.
A lot of Hawkeye people were crying
Okay, sounds good. He's playing a game, and then we're gonna play after that. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I'll get a chance to get me a game plan together for him.
Second half line against Kansas, and the Bobcats are outscoring the Jayhawks by 7. KU's up tempo, 12 on the clock.
I will rage if I lose this game, Rajesh. That's for sure.
Is that even a catch?
After yesterday, and then I lost my last game that I absolutely should have won.
There's no review. The clock's not running. They're throwing a fade. The clock's slow to start. Wow. Okay, incompletion.
Yeah, we need to go. Man, it looked like a X Factor T. I haven't heard anyone bring it up, but Kevin King had a killer game. Kevin King looked pretty good out there last night, so we could have had him too. Bimbo Ware.
First down, I get it. The clock doesn't start, but something's crossed up. Wow, it's up 18. That probably covered a teaser too. Maybe they're just cautionary. I'll bet second half. I'll bet second half.
Did a weight affect Dak? Nah.
Do whatever you want. What he said. What we continue.
Told you wrong.
If you're back in Oakland and you score and you want to dance and set the whole stadium off, I say do what you want.
No, I don't like USC. I'm a Clemson.
And we'll get Louis Riddick's thoughts on
The game plan looks. It looked like, you know, when things look too perfect, Chris. When things just happen too perfectly, that's what happened. That's why you may be right. Let's go back here for a minute.
Destiny 2 available now. Rated T.
Yeah, altitude, yeah. Did weight stop Zeke? I don't know. He does look big. D-Ware's Memorial. D-Ware, we need you. Jordan Jenkins. What about Adoree Jackson? What about, I like a, hey, I got him in my league. How is he, I hadn't heard how he's playing in real life though. He's doing real good for me though. What's up, Elias? We haven't beat Denver since the 90s, really? I can't remember, yeah. Well, you know, you only play them once every 4 years. But still, that's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, with the defense, you can blame so many things on the defensive performance, and the major thing that I think is you're always gonna get a bad performance from my defense if you get a bad performance from my offense. You got that, but then the defense has some bad calls against it, and then the defense got some bad injuries on it that basically took out our secondary. So. The defense has excuses. The offense has no excuse. Shango's still alive, yep. I'm about to actually play a game in a few minutes.
Introducing DraftKings' new fast and easy pick'em games. Play our free $100,000 contest this week with promo code FIELDGOAL. Because you don't just want to watch, you want to.
All year long, Game Changer. All year long, both games, we look like we've been low on energy. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, I still like Deshaun Watson. No, Gregory failed another test? No.
When I was younger, I didn't want to admit I had a serious
I didn't see Sue Craven's story, no.
I wanted to be a normal kid. Because of my diabetes, I lost the sight in my left eye. Misconceptions continue to surround this monster public health issue. But the simple truth is, diabetes can often be
Please look that up.
complications of weight.
Bujesh is messing with us.
I have just been open and honest about what my challenges were.
I hope.
It made it easier for me to take better care of myself.
Randy Gregory was my guy, too. He was my guy.
With this condition, it will catch up to you later on. You're going to find the courage to manage it
7th failed test.
by reaching out for help.
Really? How do you keep maybe it's just in his system. Maybe maybe there's his parents did a whole bunch of weed when they were conceiving him, and his chromosomes actually went to the shape of a weed chromosome, and it's in his system from forever. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why he keeps failing. I don't know, man. This is crazy. How can a person keep failing? I'm 2-2 right now. I'm not good. One I was expecting to get one loss from the guy that I had the meltdown from with Denver, Tinu. He's great with the usury, but I lost to the guy with the Rams, and he had Ezekiel Elliott, and I was doing a good job slowing down Ezekiel Elliott, and I made some really dumb mistakes there going down the stretch that caused me to lose, and I was really mad at myself for days until right now. I need to right this ship. But the guy I'm playing again, he can beat me. I think we're like 50-50. Like either he wins or I win every time. We were division foes there for a while, and we had a nice little rivalry going on.
He's one of the most natural competitors I've ever been around. He loves to play. He loves to practice. And I think we've seen that for his first year playing. And those two plays are not indicative of the kind of competitor.
Yeah.
Louis Riddick alongside. This falls into that headline storyline thing we do on Sundays, because this is certainly a headline that would grab your attention. But I can't buy this as a storyline. And in fact, I don't know why I want my star running back chasing down an interceptor, particularly late in the blowout loss. Now, Stanford Steve tells me I am wrong on this. What do you say?
I think in an ideal world, Scott, I think you do want him to chase it down, because you understand that he is a leader on this football team, and he's a guy who is a tone setter, a guy who kind of represents what you want to be as a football team.
Yeah, if he keeps failing tests, yeah, he'll never get his shot.
Something now that needs to become more than just a headline. Is it a storyline? No, I don't believe it's a storyline. I think Ezekiel has already shown what his character, his football character, because that's what we're talking about. Yeah, his football character. He's always shown what that is. There's many other things, if you want to be hypercritical and sit here and start judging the young man, that you can judge him about that are much more worthy than this. I think this is probably one of those situations where we don't necessarily.
Time to spend the Romo money on some free agent. Yeah. But what? I mean, again, game changer. What? What do we actually spend the money on? That's the question.
So many things in football are the slogan you put on a plaque that goes on the wall on a t-shirt. Play to the whistle, finish the drill, whatever you want to say. And this is clearly not that. But say he chases the guy down and pulls a hamstring, and then he's on the shelf for a few weeks after you fought so hard to be available to your team. Then everyone's saying, do you need it?
It's like Gregory really has a problem. Like I don't want, I want the NFL to legalize and stop chasing after weed, because that's to this point that's silly. But Gregory has a problem outside of weed. Weed isn't Gregory's problem. How does he still have money to buy weed? He ain't gonna have nothing in a minute, that's for sure. That would stop me from smoking for a minute. Like, wait a minute, I ain't got no more weed money. If I play for 2 years, I can have weed money for like the next 10 years. Let me just play for a couple of years, stack up my weed money. That's what a rational person would be thinking. If weed was your thing, if you want the weed, that's the way you'd be thinking. I don't sacrifice Martin for shit, Mr. ESPN. Randy's selling it. I don't sacrifice Martin for nothing. Nope, 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 nope.
2-1 pitch, top one. Yankee Stadium special. It's not a first row.
Yeah, like Randall. Randall had a problem.
Chambers there. Cheering again, his 44th, his 28th at Yankee Stadium.
Sam Hurd.
Top 8 in 2-1 game. So feels like
Y'all gotta stop. Y'all, this is second day in a row people are dragging my boy Sam Hurd in my chat, which is so wrong. Y'all leave Sam Hurd alone. Oh, I'm feeling better today. Well, no, it didn't get good until I watched Monday Night Football. That's when it really started happening for me, and I started shaking stuff off. When I saw the Giants start 0-2, I was like, ooh, glad we're not those guys. Chaz Green is still healthy. I don't know how well he's playing. And our offensive line played bad last year at this time, too. At the beginning of last year, they played bad.
given. I beg to differ. 104 miles an hour. My God. Yankees win 2-1. First place Red Sox visiting Baltimore. Orioles had a 5-0 lead. This is no good. Dustin Pedroia fouls it off the ground, and it comes right back and gets him in the grill.
We kind of, X Factor team, we kind of have to do better than last year. We kind of, our Jason Garrett's going to get some heat, but I don't think he's going to get fired.
Orioles had the big
We have to do really bad for him to get fired. I don't think he's in that much danger. And I hope he doesn't get in that much danger. That's why I don't want Garrett to be fired, because I don't want the environment that it's going to take to get him fired, because you guys know that is Jerry's other son. Romo is one of his sons. Garrett is his other son. And for Garrett to get fired by Jerry Jones, it's got to get real bad. And it's got to be real bad for a good while. You know what I'm saying? Because we went through some tough times with Garrett, and we kept him. So there's no chance on us getting rid of Garrett unless it goes really left. So I'm just like, well, go Garrett. Go Garrett. DeMarcus Lawrence, 11 plus sacks equals getting paid.
When I write a self-help book, which I'm never going to write a self-help book, but if I did, one chapter would be called "Don't Be Happy, Don't Be Mad Because Other People Are Happy." Particularly in sports, don't be mad when other people are happy, because you had the chance to prevent them from being happy and you couldn't. Cue Marshawn Lynch getting Oakland fired up. The Jets used words like infuriating, demoralizing, embarrassing, upset. They thought Marshawn Lynch rubbed their noses in it. Yeah, he did. To their credit, the Jets also said,
All right, Scooby. He says he's going to say this now. Watch out for Texas A&M safety Donovan Wilson in next year's draft. Donovan Wilson. I need the safety, Scooby. I need a real guy back there. It's been a good minute.
but a sure sign of the apocalypse is Vanderbilt playing in the 3:30 window on CBS Saturday. They host Alabama. Here's a thought of what not to do.
Thanks, Ken Nine Hoff. Appreciate you, man.
We show you how to play some SEC ball. It don't matter where you're from. You're going to know what ball we play. We're going to next week, right? That's fine.
Cut Crawford and pay D-Law. I don't mind that one. Game changer, Kevin King, man. Kevin King.
That's all great stuff. Picked you the winners last week. Thanks. You guys got it done outright. But don't
Yeah, I mean, this is character building, Ian. That's character building for those young guys. And it's good to know, because Zeke needs to know that the NFL isn't college, to where you can take off versus, you know, Alcorn State or wherever you're playing. You know what I'm saying? And then only get up for LSU and Florida and the big games on your schedule. You can't do that in the NFL. In the NFL, you can lose on any given Sunday, because the other team has real men over there, and they have pride and all that kind of stuff. And you ain't gonna just walk in an NFL team and just, I mean, a couple every year, But on your schedule, for the most part, week in and week out, you're going to have a battle. And that was just a reminder that we can get our asses handed to us easily by someone that we wasn't expecting it. That's the thing. By someone that we wasn't expecting it from. You wanted to re-sign Leary?
Arby's turkey sandwich has a new ingredient. It isn't avocado. Arby's, we have the meats.
Arby's, we have the meats.
This is a tomato tracked from farm to table on the blockchain, helping keep shoppers safe. This is a financial transaction secure from hacks and threats others can't see. This is a skyscraper whose elevators use IoT data and AI to help thousands get to work safely and efficiently. This is not the cloud you know. This is the IBM cloud. The IBM cloud is the cloud for enterprise. Yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our opportunity.
Cut Carroll, move Byron back to corner, start Woods and Frazier. I like it. I just, like I said though, I just don't see. I don't see Byron Jones moving the corner. What's up, Jesus? That's what I like. X Factor team. I like Byron Jones at corner, Scandrick in the slot, Anthony Brown other corner, and Cheeto at free safety, and Xavier Woods at strong safety. That's my preferred lineup. And then Jordan Lewis will take over for Scandrick. Yeah, Ninja Nuts, that's what I thought we were gonna do, but that's what I said. If we were in that type situation and didn't use Byron Jones at corner, then he's not gonna play corner.
Now it's time to huddle up, to move the chains, to show your colors. It's time to be bold, amaze, dominate the highlight reel. You've sweat, you've prepped, you've put in the work. It's time to play. Watch on Pac-12 networks.
Shango, when's that Meet Your Fans Day? When's my meet my friend at some party? I mean, at some game. All right, Afro Samurai. See you next time, man. Who's going to win the wild card? The Redskins or Cowboys? No, the Cowboys going to win the division. We don't need no wild card. I like McFadden better than Mars too, a lot. But I don't know what's going on with McFadden. Why he's so hurt?
We took intelligence and made it utterly irresistible. We took the most advanced E-Class ever and made it the most exciting E-Class ever. The 2018 E-Class Coupe and Sedan. Lease the E300 sedan for $589 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
There's never been a better time to come to Bass Pro Shops than right now.
Bass Pro Shops is a place for huge savings, like Hobbs Creek men's flannel shirts for only $10.
Yeah, game changer. Again, I said if our defense start looking like the defense before, and T. New is still playing at a high level. Pac-Man Jones still playing at a high level. Brandon Carr is over there playing high level with the Ravens. You know, I don't know about Mo. I didn't watch him much at all. But, you know, these corners that we couldn't get, you know, things going with, they're going to other teams, and they're the top corners probably on those teams. Maybe Jimmy Smith is better than him at the Ravens. But Trey Waynes isn't better than T. New. Maybe Xavier, what's his name? Not Xavier Woods. What's his name?
He's the coach after the game.
Sloppy quarterback.
You know what I'm talking about. The cornerback for the Vikings.
Because we have a veteran quarterback who's played a lot of football.
Xavier Rhodes. Thank you, top notch.
Usually the clock goes from 3, 2, 1, 0. Once they hit 0, they look at the ball.
Well, the thing about it, Mr. ECB, and that's kind of what I said when we got Rod's system. I was like, I wasn't a fan of firing Rod because I just thought it was a scapegoat firing. I didn't think he deserved to be fired at that point, but I was okay with him going. But when we went back to the 4-3, and not only went back to the 4-3, went to the Tampa 2, and after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won and had so much success with that defense, that became the staple defense of the NFL. Then it trickled down to college. Then it trickled down to high schools and whatever. And people were playing that cover 2, Tampa 2 defense or whatever or whatnot. So every quarterback sees and learns how to beat that defense. So so every quarterback we face knows how to attack the cover 2, defense, our specialty or whatnot. So that's what I was worried about on that defense. It's too known at this point. The hype defense right now is what Seattle is running out there, and you got a hybrid of that being run in Jacksonville. You got a hybrid of that being run in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Where it's part 3-4, part 4-3, and it's a different type defense than that Tampa 2 that we run. He ain't gonna come. Rico's not coming back for a good minute. That's for sure. At least 6 more games.
There is no question. And you know what? Absolutely, you use a great word. There is no one. Just want to get the message across.
The thing about it, Knight, the 3-4 defenses, they put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks, and there's not much 3-4 coming up to the NFL. So you got to learn how to defeat those 3-4 defenses as you move it up.
There's a whole lot going to go around. I've said this before. It's funny how football's a team game until it isn't, right? Well, I guess it isn't in New York.
Yeah, Peyton Manning destroyed the cover 2 and became famous for it. The cover 2 killer.
I'll wear that even if it's not on me, but then I'd have to, speaking of nuance, I'd have to deliver a message of, and if I wasn't on my back 5 times tonight, then maybe.
What type of D would I like to play? I don't know. I'm a 3-4 guy. I just changed to 4-3 in Madden because it works better on there, but I'm a 3-4 guy. I really am.
So you see, this is a rough streak for the Giants. This is the, dating back to last season, the 7th consecutive game with 20 or fewer, which is the longest streak since they drafted Eli Manning. The previous streak, it was the longest, dates back to 2004. They scored fewer than 20 in 5 straight games. That included Manning's first 4 career starts. Would he or wouldn't he? There was certainly a sense, a belief that Odell Beckham Jr. would play out there in the headphones and the fancy shoes, and yeah, here we go. He's a difference maker, we know that. A threat to take this to the house even, like bottle up on the lines.
See, I'm looking at Odell highlights. When Odell touches the ball, you like gasp.
The Giants 20 offensive snaps in the first half. Back on the field in the 4th, it's 24-10. This is a 4th down and 10 for Lions. It's short of the line to make. Didn't grab it anyway. 4 catches, 36 yards. His thoughts after the game.
He should, Knight, because Marinelli has had years, and we've heard in Marinelli we trust over at the Cowboy Boys all the time. Marinelli coach him up, Marinelli, and if this defense still, because again, the defense is not good. The defense is a complement defense to a very good offense. But the defense is not built to stand on its own and cannot stand on its own. So he hasn't built a juggernaut defense here at all. And there's teams here in the NFC like the Rams, like just average teams with great defenses that we don't have.
When you ever really 100%?
I wouldn't be okay with it. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be okay with Jalen Ramsey. I like the Zeke pick unless it goes south. Yeah, neither one of those two. If we had got Jalen Ramsey or Bosa, we would be like a 5-12 team or a 6-10 team. They're not going to help us win football games without us having the offense that we had. And you obviously see that us running with Alfred Morris and Jalen Ramsey would end like a 5-win season. Well, Alfred Morris and Joey Bosa is like a 5-6 win season. You know what I'm saying? They don't help us win. So now when we got Zeke, that turned us into a different type football team. So and we became winners then. Without Zeke, we're going to have to replace him with somebody very, very potent, and we're going to have to build a defense. So if we ever lose Zeke, it's going to be a struggle again. So Zeke is more of a positive on the football team than those other guys when you look at wins and losses. Far more. No, I'm not kidding you, Mr. ESPN. What is Bosa doing for San Diego? What is Bosa doing for San Diego? And how would he do more for us than he's doing for San Diego? How can what he's doing for San Diego help us in winning? And how does and you see how Dak needs a strong running game for Dak to be Dak. So we need that strong running game. We don't need an average running game to go with our quarterback. Everybody was thinking, we were going to have Romo for 5 more years and we can just put an average running back there and get Bosa or get Ramsey. But Romo wasn't going to last. We were going to have to move on to a different quarterback. And that different quarterback, even though he's Dak Prescott, he's going to need a running game to be Dak Prescott. And without Zeke, we struggle on offense. You saw that on Denver without Zeke. That's our offense without Zeke. And if you had Joey Bosa on our defense on Sunday, with Zeke running like that, or if you had Jalen Ramsey on our defense on Sunday, we still get blown the hell out. Easy. They don't help us at all. At all. You can't, Mr. ESPN. We learned that damn lesson. Where were you 2 years ago? You're bringing up an argument that is old and done with. You should have learned that lesson when everybody else, when they was talking that anybody can run behind this damn line during Joseph Randle, and it was a dumb idea. It was a stupid idea that we thought that anybody could run this behind this line. And if you think about it now, it's a stupid idea because you saw this line look less than average on Sunday. So it's a stupid idea to think that any running back can just run behind this offensive line and we're going to get a corner and be great. No, Jalen Ramsey nor Bosa would have done jack crap for our bottom line. We might get 2 more interceptions from Ramsey than we got from Anthony Brown. We may get 4 more sacks from Bosa than we get from Benson Mayoya. But the bottom line, wins and losses, they don't do jack for us. And I'm telling the damn truth.
That's so great. It's the full logo.
Sorry, that was just stupid. The thing that look what Jalen Ramsey did for the Jacksonville last year. He had a great season. He was the rookie, one of the best rookies. That defense was shit. What did he do for it? Sorry. What people forget about McFadden, Mosh, McFadden is an elite talent. McFadden was, some of us consider him one of the best, one of at least top 5 college running backs that we've ever seen. So he's got skills. He just never was used correctly or whatever. And I think McFadden works well in this, and then McFadden never stayed healthy either. But I think McFadden works well in this offense. But McFadden isn't just anybody. Alfred Morris is just anybody. And Alfred Morris, his numbers behind our offensive line are straight crap. His numbers in a loaded box is straight crap. I mean, his numbers against a loaded box. If you look, I mean, somebody can look up the numbers with Alfred Morris numbers in a loaded box and Ezekiel Elliott numbers in a loaded box, and they're totally different. The only way Zeke is the wrong pick is if Zeke turns out to be this crazy monster that the NFL is depicting him to be, and he spirals out of control and becomes a problem. We have to get rid of him. That's the only way Zeke becomes a bad pick. As long as Zeke is able to play football, he's the right pick. Zeke he's a difference maker, Mr. ESPN. That's just the one thing about Zeke. He's a difference maker. I just need him to calm down and not get suspended and not be crazy anymore. Because in just a minute, Zeke is going to be TO. They're going to turn him into TO. We don't need that.
Step up to GMC and get nearly $10,400 total value on this 2017 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate model. We are professional grade GMC.
No, I don't want Rex Ryan back. I wasn't a big fan of him, but like I said, he didn't deserve to get ousted. Well, he probably deserved to be ousted. He was a scapegoat at the time. That's what it was. That's what I'm trying to. Game changer. Again, even again, game changer. Again, a game changer. Again, you're saying, and I'm a DMC fan. I'm a Darren McFadden fan. But if you had went with Darren McFadden and drafted defense, you would have had the defense, and you would have had Rod Smith or somebody else behind them, because Darren McFadden would have given you maybe 10 starts, maybe eight, 9. Because I mean, he gave us a lot of games in a row in 2015. For him to do it again, so you wouldn't have had Darren McFadden for a lot of games. And for proof, we haven't seen Darren McFadden yet this season. He's been on the bench. So for you to say I would roll with DMC and a defensive pick means that you would roll with DMC plus, the time that DMC wouldn't be out there running the football, and the running back committee thing that we would have to incorporate, because we would have a halftime running back with DMC. But we have a corner that you think is good. And I don't even think Ramsey's that good yet. I mean, come on. If you're playing corner versus the quarterbacks that were in Houston, the quarterbacks that were in Indianapolis without thing, and the quarterbacks that's in Tennessee, if you're playing corner, if you're playing 6 games versus those guys, you're gonna do okay, because they can't beat you. Them corners that were throwing on Jalen Ramsey were just like crap. So I can't say, oh man, Jalen Ramsey is the crap. Because, I mean, he didn't have nobody throwing on him. Bosa, on the other hand, Bosa's a monster.
Fan Cup is brought to you by Arby's. So this is where the magic happens, huh?
No, Swearinger can't cover.
Very clean, shiny. Smells like curly fries. Arby's, we have the meats.
Now Murray could run. Now Murray. If we still that's I'm glad you brought that up now, Mosh. Now, if we had signed Murray, If we had signed Murray quickly and easily and didn't go through that drama with Murray, right now we still would have a monster running back, and we would still have a monster running game, because we definitely would have someone behind Murray as well with a 1-2 punch, kind of like Derrick Henry or something, kind of like he's got in Tennessee. But we would have a monster running back that we could depend on. You know, he might fumble against Green Bay, but we can pretty much depend on. And then we can add on the defense of Bosa and thing. Then we would have it. Then we would have it. But you're gonna have to have but you have to have a guarantee that you have a running back on the level of DeMarco Murray, what he was doing, because DeMarco Murray had to work up to that point. And Ezekiel Elliott just came in right where Murray was and up Murray. You know, so you have to have a running back with those type skills that's gonna be able to do that much for us to be successful.
To fail to sell out or to be a 50-50 split with Dolphin fans. It's not like a ton of points made the trade.
That was a good one right there. Top notch stole your answer, game changer.
Several massive issues these teams face with LA. First, it's a city of transplants. The far bigger problem is it is not a city full of Rams or Chargers fans. There's an NFL team that does enjoy huge support here, the Oakland Raiders. They're not moving back to LA, they're moving to Vegas, baby. Hey, if you're the one lucky enough to game that city and get them to build your billion-dollar stadium, what are you supposed to do? And of course, the failure to get a stadium deal in San Diego is why the Chargers moved back to Los Angeles. Ultimately, the Rams and Chargers are going to share a smart new billion-dollar home in Inglewood, but who is it being built for? At least the Chargers can book one sellout each year when they host the Raiders. That game is on New Year's Eve this season. Happy New Year, Chargers. A home game where your fans will massively be outnumbered by fans of a division rival. The team the city actually would have
15.
welcome back. LA, baby. LA.
Cameras just got a little foamier. Wow. Hey, got the pitch clear.
Woo! I got Jamal out. I got Jamal Adams up to an 89 overall already. Oh. Yeah, that's the only hard truth, Chris. Romo's last few years, when Romo came back from the Panthers game on Thanksgiving and he went out that game, that's when I kind of knew it was over, because every time we saw Romo, he would break. Every time he would come in the game, he would break, and he would come. And I know he played versus the Dolphins before that game, and you know he was shot up with painkillers, and he gutted his way through the game. It was against Miami and won, and then you know against Kuechly they just killed him. They just downright killed him. And that's the type of game I would have seen. We would have seen last week with Denver's defense. They would have done similar to what Carolina Panthers did to us, and if you remember, we were the offense looked very. Oh wow, I'm glad you brought that up, because if you remember that game and this is with a different quarterback. This is with Romo, but if you remember that game versus Carolina Panthers, Romo didn't have anywhere to throw the football. He didn't have anywhere to throw the football, and it got to the point where you have to force the ball in there to Dez, you know, and let Dez fight for it or whatever. But everything was shut down by Luke Kuechly in the middle of that football field. And every time Romo tried to test that, Luke Kuechly would come up with an interception and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, this offense, maybe that Shannon Sharp was right when they said this offense is simple. They know what they're gonna do. They know what Dez is gonna run. That they only have to cover Dez on this route, and this route. So maybe our offense is super simple, and we need a dynamic player that can do a lot, like a Odell Beckham, like a Antonio Brown, and players like that can do a lot. Oh yeah, I would sacrifice a great offense for a great defense. I'm a defense guy. If I'm gonna have a great offense, I want a great running game offense. I want that type offense or whatnot. But if it's either great offense or great defense, 100 times over, I take great defense. Eagles or Giants? Who you got? I got the Giants, man. Go Giants.
I sure had a lot on my mind. My 30-year marriage, my 3-month-old business. Plus, what if this happened again? I was given warfarin in the hospital, but wondered, was this the best treatment for me? So I made a point to talk to my doctor. He told me about Eliquis. Eliquis treats DVT.
Yeah, offense. I don't trust any offenses. And again, like our offense, whatever's supposed to be so great, if our offense ain't working, our defense definitely is not going to work. Our defense doesn't even have a chance if our offense isn't working. So I am nowhere near an offensive guy. Nowhere near. Here, I was talking all offense because that's what we are right now. We don't have a defense. We're offense, and right now we have to play that strength, which is running the football. Because if we don't run the football and control the clock, we put our defense in a horrible position because they'll have too many plays out there on the football field, and if you put them out there for too many plays, they will break. So that's why it's all offense right now. All right, Nikum.
Powerful. Takes you by surprise because it breaks from the norm. My name is Brody Neal. I'm a furniture designer.
Yeah, I think Witten retires. I don't know. Maybe he's got one more year in him. I don't know. No, we need one more guy on offense. We need a field stretcher. If Ryan Switzer isn't the guy, we need a field stretcher. Rico might be that guy too. If Rico could be a field stretcher for a tight end, that could work as well. Yeah, we miss DeJuan Cook. We miss Callahan. We do. Our offensive line would be performing a lot better if we had Callahan. Man, we need Sproles. Are you kidding me? Somebody that's going to get down the field, top-notch Taj. Somebody that's going to go that way to stretch it, to take those safeties away from Zeke. Just go that way, that way. Why, if you're playing safety versus the Dallas Cowboys offense, why would you be on your heels? There's no reason for you to be on your heels. You're always coming downhill for the play because you're not worried about anybody getting by you. Yeah, I'm getting ready to play in just a minute. Let me go. I'm gonna go over my
Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt is brought to you by Arby's. Baseball, basketball, sandwiches, and football.
my depth chart. Lamar Stewart. Let's go with Theo Riddick with number 2. John Brown, Tyrell Williams. I'm going with Taywan at 3 and Cole Beasley at 4. Ryan Johnson, Saragusa, Kelly should be center. Here I got Roos. And here I got Collins, Von Miller, Marcus Walker, Spence, Marcus Walker, Malik Jackson, Star, Larry Ogunjobi, Tahir Whitehead, Mark Barron, BJ Goodson. I love this guy, Nick Kiwai Tukoski. Adori, Tees. I love that that Jordan Lewis interception. Fab is my number 2. Number 3. Kazi. Yeah, our what's his name? Antonio Gates. They want Cook. Yep, the Cowboys just let the rookies play. That's what I said, game changer. I would take bad play in hopes that the young corners is learning something rather than taking bad play from Nolan Carroll. Well, we got a TO type, day one.
He hit 85 grand slams. I got the wrong stat. It's my fault. Aaron Altera hit a grand slam. That is off Clayton Kershaw.
I wasn't expecting Taco to be ready, but I was hoping he was going to be ready.
Kershaw's 32-inning scoreless streak against the Phillies ends. Phillies win the game. Matt Olson, the American League version of Reese Hoskins, he's hit 11 homers in September, the most ever by a Major League rookie. Now it's 22.
Yeah, exactly. And night 4 or 5. That's why I was like, man, come on, what are we doing with the defensive end, because we got so many. How did this happen?
Okay, Major League record for homers in the season, 5,693. We have 5,677, which means we are 17 homers away from a new Major League Baseball record. Sadly, it is going to come during one of these next couple nights that we're not on. 5 times next year, we are over on ESPN2 Live A's to come.
Well, hello, good people. Welcome into another edition of NFL Prime. I'm glad you are here.
Yeah, I want speed too. We hadn't had any speed in a long time. Yeah, his spin move is nice, Ninja Nuts. Taco's spin move is nice. the New England Patriots offense was better than that, Mr. ESPN. And how disappointing was that? To put, I mean, that is super, to be that type of offense and put up that many legendary points throughout the season, and then a defense gets the best of you in the Super Bowl.
Is presented by Microsoft Surface. Well, hello, good people. Welcome into another edition of NFL Prime Time. Happy you're spending part of your day with us. Trip Wingo here with Tim Hasselbeck, and Jeff Saturday is here as well. I think it's an easy thing to say that quarterback play so far the first couple of weeks in the NFL has been a little.
Jarrisburg and Revis, Sam Shields, they're all free, huh? Interesting.
Sunday that showed us, hey, the best in the business can still indeed get it done. In New Orleans, we had Tom Brady and Drew Brees squaring off ranked first and second in total QBR.
Yep, we get DeMontre Moore back. We try to figure out who we're gonna get, who's gonna get cut.
With the Packers Falcons, a game that featured Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan ranked third and fourth among active guys in QBR in these stats existence. And it was a glorious opening of the new Mercedes-Benz Dome in Atlanta. Chiefs second quarter, Packers down 7, and they went to work. Sacks ain't always on the O-line, Trey. We got a fake reverse for play action. The spacing between Cobb and Montgomery is not good. Montgomery chips off. The tackle ends up leading to a sack. Not the way you want to get that play cranked up, especially when they're down. Later in the second quarter, Packers down 10, first and 10. Rodgers looking for Randall Cobb over the middle.
Cut Nolan Carroll. That's all you had to say, Dallas Cowboys 559. Cut Nolan Carroll.
Let's take a look at it again. And Martell's back flying for offensive pass interference. Okay, they got that right. Correct. Tiki Town. Okay,
Tony Romo as the offensive coordinator. Atlanta looked good, guys. That's what I was afraid of. To be all honest, is the Atlanta Falcons. Top notch, Taj Mahal. I lived through that time period, and Emmett. Our offense was crap before Emmett got there. And when Emmett got there, then all of a sudden they start talking about how good the offensive line was. Would I play trade Dez for Josh Norman? Oh no. I don't want no Norman. If Dez is washed up, Norman is definitely washed up. Jason gonna throw Scott under the bus, yep. Jason throwing people under the bus like crazy, huh? Yeah, Norman just one side of the football field. Exactly. That's why I wouldn't want. That's why I wouldn't want Sherman, because we can't use Sherman like Sherman's being used in Seattle. So we'd be spend like an ungodly amount for Sherman, whether it's picks or whatever, players or whatever. We spend an ungodly amount for him, and he not produce when he get here because he's in a different system. That would make me so mad. It's ridiculous. No Dez for Janoris Jenkins either. Dez has to go for like a high pick or something. Oh, I like Tomlin. No, I won't. I don't want Janoris Jenkins. Nope. I didn't know Josh Norman's from Greenwood. Seriously, True Blue Gonzalez? Yeah, it's True Blue Gonzalez, game changer, just making you think about what you just said. That was a funny timeout, game changer. That's a funny. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta see what the message that True Blue Gonzalez said. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta show it. It's going to be a long season. What if his name is True Blue? True Blue Gonzalez says it's going to be a long season. What if 15? So game changer. Just got him. That's a good point, Taj. Top Knot Taj. Larry Fitz is 50 years old and Dez can't produce like him right now. It's starting to get frustrating. Yeah. They'll be going against each other next week. If Larry Fitz outproduces Dez next week with whoever they have a quarterback in Arizona, there's gonna be some mad Cowboy fans. Top Notch Taj, I'm gonna be thinking about you when that happens. No, we'll be watching. You'll be in the room. We'll be watching it together when it happens. Ain't nobody putting it all on Dez. I don't know. What baffles me is why do you keep thinking everybody's putting everything on Dez? You keep saying that. It's like you're like one of those robo guys that you won't give it up that we're putting everything on, and we're not putting everything on Dez. It's not. That's not what's happening here. But if he gets outplayed by 50-year-old Larry Fitzgerald, there's gonna be some problems. Jalen Smith 44 speed coming at me. Something I've always said they not do that. Look, how does that surprise you that we're not using Dez right when we didn't use Romo right for like 10 years? Hopefully we're getting it together though. Hopefully. I don't know if I don't know I don't know if Dez will start drama or the media will start drama, because all the media has to do is start poking Dez and say, oh, he's lost its step. Oh, he's no good. He's not good anymore. So basically the media will be doing what Revis and all those other corners used to do to Dez and try to get under the skin and whatever. The media will get under his skin. And then when the media gets under Dez's skin, that's when the unpredictable Dez will come out. So you're right, but I don't think it would necessarily come from Dez. I think it would come from the media agitating Dez. Send Dez back to Cleveland if he gets outplayed by Fitz. Mr. ESPN, don't come around. If you see Larry Fitz getting more yards than Dez, just don't fight the fight. It'll be ugly. The offense makes Dez run the same route. So that's what they were saying on Skip. I watched Skip and Shannon today, and that's what they were saying, that Dez only runs a few routes, and that's not Dez's fault, Mr. ESPN. I don't know where my guy is. We're supposed to be playing by now. Terrence Williams fumble in San Diego. Dez's speed is big game changer. That's a real big problem, and that's what's turning him into Anquan Bolden. Fast. Yeah, Monday Night Football, Russian Butt Monster. We'll be on this late. On next Monday night. All right, I think I'm getting ready to leave. Me and this guy are going to play tomorrow night, looks like. Because I've been here waiting. And the longer I get here, I'll piss off Mr. ESPN. Baldwin? Who said Baldwin? Wait a minute, what are you saying now? Oh, I said, no, I didn't say Baldwin. I said Bolden. He's Anquan Bolden. I didn't say Baldwin. I said Baldwin. Yeah, you still see Julio's speed right now. You still see Julio just, ooh. Yeah, Jerry Rice. We knew Jerry. I was an Irvin fan. We knew Jerry Rice was the greatest when he was going. I mean, Michael Irvin knew Jerry Rice was the greatest. I mean, he never got it because Jerry just got it done week in week and didn't say nothing to you. And it was just like it was very during the Jerry Rice era. It was very Tom Brady-ish for a wide receiver. He just did no wrong. He didn't drop passes. He got it done every week. It was very goatish behavior. Yeah, Cardinals not going to be an easy game. Not at all. Yep, Cardinals have a very good defense, and you make a defense where the secondary, they have a secondary and they can put some pressure on the passer. So it's very similar to Denver in that fashion. So and they have some. We knew Dez wasn't fast coming out of college. Yeah, it just, yeah. I just want us to use Dez right. I really do. And he's never had that speed. And it's hard to be that elite receiver in the NFL without that speed, you know? And Michael Irvin didn't have that speed, but Michael Irvin only ran a certain amount of routes, just kind of like Dez, but you couldn't beat Michael Irvin on those routes. He still beat you on those routes. Those slants, he caught the ball, he took whatever he needed to take, he got the first down. He was a different type receiver. And I said that kind of last year. I said if Dez sucks it up and becomes a Michael Irvin type receiver, and I said it again, an Anquan Bolden type, a tough guy that gets that first down, that keeps the chains moving or whatnot, and sometimes when he catches a ball and gets moving down the field, he's still a real hard tackle. He's like a Marshawn Lynch at wide receiver running the ball. So we can still use him in that fashion. He's got to just be that guy that gets first downs, and then hopefully he can get some more once he gets his hands on the ball. But Dez as a 300, 250 yard receiver that he's killing defenses and all that kind of stuff, I don't think we'll ever see that again. The best of the body catches. Yep. Michael Irvin did a specific job well, and he got that job done, and we needed him to get that job done to win. And for right now, Dez, we don't need Dez to be that Julio Jones and all that kind of stuff that he's trying to be or whatever, that elite receiver. We need Dez to sell out to what we're doing in Dallas and be that solid first down target, that solid guy that's going to be open on that now with Troy Aikman and Dez. This is the kind of chemistry I'm talking about that Dez can develop with Dak. Troy Aikman could go back, do a 7-step drop, plant, and throw to a spot every time, and he can do it with his eyes closed. And he'll just throw right to that spot. And on that spot will be Michael Irvin ready to catch the ball. Because there's no way he would run that route so crisp and so strong that he would be right exactly where Troy Aikman wanted him, and he would get the ball. And see, and Dez and Dak can do that. They can do that. I know, Mr. ESPN, Brady had a horrible game because of the team, but Brady had a horrible game because of the team. Aaron Rodgers had a horrible game because of the team, and Dak Prescott had a horrible game because of the team. They're writing Dak off. The other two, don't worry about it. And Brady's already come back. Aaron Rodgers will come back, and Dak will come back. It's just that's just the NFL. You don't. Only in our minds do quarterbacks exist that go out there in the NFL and rip people up every week. Only in our minds. Even the GOAT. Tom Brady is clearly the GOAT. Clearly the great. Now, the GOAT means greatest of all time. The greatest of all time last week looked like shit. So tell me, how do you expect Dak Prescott never to have a bad football game? If the GOAT, again, that means greatest of all time, the GOAT played like shit last week, how do you expect Dak to be perfect every week? Just craziness. I'm tired now. That's why I don't want to play Game Changer, because I got sleepy. I got sleepy when I played that last game, and that's why I was my head was not in it and all that kind of stuff, and that was part of me losing. Oh, there he is. He's here. I guess I'm playing. Jesus Christ, they prove themselves year after year, but then Rodgers still goes through slumps every year. Every year. And every time Aaron Rodgers goes through his slumps, they have excuses for it. And they have this, that. But then when Aaron Rodgers comes back, he's a prolific quarterback. So the fact that he comes back and does a 400-yard game and this kind of game, then they say, oh, he's the greatest, blah, blah, blah. But it's just because he's a prolific type. Romo used to do that all the time. He used to give you those prolific days. You know what I'm saying? But Dak, he just isn't that type. He's not going to give you those prolific games. He's going to give you solid play, a totally different type quarterback. So if you're expecting Dak to, when your team is failing, and most quarterbacks fail when their team is failing. Like 90% of the time, your quarterback is going to fail when your team fails. If you expect your quarterback to elevate your entire team when the whole team is not playing well, and your quarterback to carry you to victory, then you're looking at a very small handful of elite guys that can do that. that can do that. Do they do that? That's very rare. Now he left. I don't know. Can I just say F the Eagles? Do I have to say it? I don't like cussing unless I really mean it. Unless I really mean that curse word, then I'll say it. I don't like cussing if I don't mean it. All right, guys, I'm signing off. If the dude convinces me to play him tonight, then it'll pop back on, but it'll be this screen right here with just the game. But all right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I feel better. I hope you do too. But I'm ready to say, and we gotta wait till Monday night again next week, which is gonna be downright annoying. To have to wait all the way to Monday night for us to play. That's gonna get on my nerves. But if you're still here, Retro Sports, thank you. Ryan Lopez, thank you. 714 Romo, 74 Romo, you just now subscribing to me. And Paul Mans, thank you guys for subscribing. Anybody else out there that haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit the notification button to find out when I come online. And let's have fun following our Cowboys all season long. Holla at you.